in the process of just changing my whole entire life, and I'm here to tell you guys just a little bit about what's going on. Girl to girl. I have some notes here because I wanted to stay on track. Okay, this is going to be a life update for you guys. I'm just moisturizing right now while I do my makeup. That's what we're going to do today, featuring some products that CoverGirl sent me. Oh my gosh! Now, this is the second collaboration I've done with a brand when it comes down to like making content for them on my page personally. However, I have worked with a couple small businesses, which I'll get into that later when I talk about all the updates that I have going on right now. Guys, when I tell you, I literally am in a level that I've never been in before, that I'm just like so excited to see how everything just kind of plays out. But enough of rambling, let's go ahead and get started. There are a few products that I'm going to be using, like I said, from CoverGirl. One is this one right here. Can you see it? Can you see it? So we've got a lash line micro eye pencil. I'm excited about this. Their Cleantopia mascara. I'm really excited about this. I've been wanting to get a new mascara, and it's plant-based, plant-powered. Like, that's super exciting. They have a lip gloss, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I've already used, and it's delicious. It did leave a kind of weird sensation on my lips, but I did like it, and it's vegan. And then there's also an eye color, so I'm gonna try to use these products today and make something cute for you guys. So I'm gonna start with my eyebrows, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into these life updates. So main thing right now, I've been just trying to balance motherhood and building a career for myself. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I think the last month or so, I've just been really like, all right, like something's gotta give, because I was working as a substitute teacher, which was going really well. Like a lot of schools like working with me. I had a great time with them, but when it came down to availability with having my son, him being in school part-time was just like, it's just not working. And then he still needs a lot of attention when it comes down to, you know, developmentally. If you don't know, my son was born with birth defects that you know, kind of kept him in the hospital for 6 months. So because of that, he's been kind of delayed in some instances when it comes down to speech and other things that are considered normal, as far as like potty training and things like that. Overall though, my son is really like very normal, but it's just like those things right there kind of keep him from being able to go to school full time. Also, he's too young too, but I think they're just trying to, and we want to make sure that he's staying, you know, ahead so that he can catch up in a lot of ways. But overall, like, my son is mad normal, and he's super kind, super sweet, and honestly, like, I don't think he's gonna have really any issues with, well, he hasn't really had any issues with acclimating to school. It's just now like working around his schedule that I have to figure out. So I just kind of have taken that as a push to really just be on my business, be on my grind when it comes down to services that I can provide based off of my experience, based off of even my desires and wants and needs. Because it's crazy, like everything is like falling into place. I've been doing social media for other businesses, other people for a couple years now. I've done a couple photo shoots here and there. I've planned video shoots, but for some reason they just don't go as planned. I think it's the team that I was working with for those instances, or for the businesses who just act like they can't afford it or don't want to. Also, like, I'm just now implementing contracts into my work because I'm taking it seriously and I want to be taken seriously in it. So when it comes down to that, I've just been a little bit more, ooh, that was a little aggressive. I've just been a little bit more like intentional with my time and doing less things just for free and just to say that I've done them, because a lot of times when I do that, I end up regretting it or just resentful at the fact that it's not benefiting me in the long run, even though I'm super passionate about it, you know, good at it, and, you know, knowledgeable in the field itself. So I'm just taking my time and effort and energy back, which has been really nice. And I'm just, you know, in the cahoots with the universe, doing whatever I need to do to make it make sense for me. But so far, I've had a lot of opportunities come up, a lot of ways that I can, you know, make money without having to clock into work by being my own boss. And that's been really empowering, and just like, what have I been doing? Like, dude, I could have been doing this. But, you know, you live and you learn. So when it comes down to balance, I feel like a lot of people have asked me, a lot of moms per se, have asked me how I manage to, you know, have a business, create content, and, you know, still have a social life. And the answer is, honestly, I'm not like, it's not always the same routine with me. I feel like I'm very sporadic. I'm very, I want to say go with the flow, but I'm a planner too. Like, I think that definitely has helped me, because, and also I just feel like I've surrounded myself, especially in the last few years, by people, or around people, or with people who just kind of see me for me, in my creative element, in my professionalism, in my growing, and they see that, and I'm very honest and true and authentic to who I am. So some people really just want to help and are able to help. A lot of it, I have been having to step out of myself and ask for help, because I can't do it all on my own, and it doesn't make sense to do it all on my own. Like, even corporations are made up of groups of people who work together towards a common goal. So when it comes down to my son, I don't have a whole lot of people. So there are things or times where I just miss out on stuff, but nothing that has been meant for me have I missed out on. You know what I mean? So I take it with whatever I can do, right? His dad is around, you know, I guess, like, in the way to take him, you know, when he can. So, you know, that's been really helpful. I just kind of like schedule around that based off of what I can do. Like, if that's the time to shoot content, then that's gonna be the time that I shoot content. If that's the time where I can, you know, go out of town, I'm gonna go out of town. And I'm also going to be responsible about it and let people know who do care about me, you know, how they can help in those ways. Or just letting them know that, hey, I'm going out of town. Like, you know, I just want you to know, just in case anything were to happen. And I'm also in a place where I don't depend on anyone to do anything, okay? I am very much just someone, like, I'm not gonna tell you that you have to do it on your own, but there are certain things that you're gonna have to do on your own. And I think for me, I just have a unwavering trust for myself to figure it out. And if I have to miss out on something, I've just gotten to the point where I am okay with that, because if it's meant for me, it won't miss me. And, you know, anything that I have been going towards that I really, really wanted, like, I have been able to find a way to make it work for me. And, you know, also the type of people that I associate with, they understand where I'm coming from and understand what's important to me, because it's important to them as well. And it's just made it super, super easy comparatively to, like, maybe a year, 2, 3 ago. And those have been really really impactful for me. I'm really upset at how my eyebrows are turning out right now because they're definitely trying me. I think it's that wax I put on them. I used to have like a clear mascara that I really liked, but I ran out. Honestly, I don't buy a lot of things often. I do want to get out of that mind space though, like of being cheap, because I feel like you can't really go where I want to go by being cheap, especially when it comes down to help, because one thing about it, childcare is not cheap, and I don't want to be cheap, but I do need to, you know, make more money. But I think right now I've just been putting a lot more, like, okay, what can I do? What can I make happen so that I can better support my son and myself in this transition while I'm building? And it's been working, you know? I've just been willing to do whatever it takes to make it happen. And that has definitely paid off. Now, if you've been paying attention to my page on Instagram, you know that I've just been in a different type of element right now. Like, I just finished up my real estate course, which is super exciting. Like, it's crazy because, like, I had said maybe when Happy was born, actually, I was working on getting my my real estate license then, or when he was born? I think he was in the hospital for some time, like a couple years back, and I had really started, and I had got like 20%, maybe 14%, probably wasn't even 20% just yet, but I had got like 14%, and then I had stopped. And I really, like, I was like, you know what, I don't think it's really for me, you know, I don't think that's really, you know, something that I need to put a lot of effort into. And then as more time went by, like, I don't know, and then seeing Selling Sunset for me just was like, oh yeah, like I want a piece of that. And I feel like I have sales experience and managerial experience and marketing experience. I'm like, it's kind of like a no-brainer, and I think I would do really well. While also just doing it my way. Also, I've been really intentional with the type of people type of content that I consume as well, because I'm tired of seeing people talk about their broke baby daddies. I'm tired of I'm not gonna lie to you, I really am. Like, that's just not, and then when I even realized that I was going down the path of creating content that would relate to that type of rhetoric, it was turning me off. And I think what also did it, like, and this is me being very transparent, but my girlfriend had kind of called me out on it too, and I was like, damn, you ain't lying though. Like, and it didn't feel good to hear it, but I needed to hear that shit. I really did. And it wasn't like she was being like aggressive about it or unloving about it. She just like could see that I wasn't creating content that was aligned with the person that I was becoming, and more so just the person that I had been. And I needed that. And it's really refreshing to hear from somebody that does believe in you, to be like, hey, like, you can actually do better than this. And then you actually take that and be like, hey, yeah, you're fucking right, and I'm going to. I'm really trying to make these eyebrows work today. I don't know what it is, but honestly, I think I need a new eyebrow routine, because I've been using powder for a while, but these things is kind of getting... I'm a very hairy person in general, so this just it might not be working anymore, and that's okay. And that brings me back to like outgrowing of certain things. Like, I feel like I've just been in a time where a lot of stuff that I used to do, I used to be comfortable with, and, you know, used to do like actively, like, it just doesn't hit anymore. Like, I've been cleaning out so much of my stuff, like in my apartment, the things like my decor, my clothing, my shoes. Like, I got rid of so much stuff just because of maybe like the feeling that it brought out of me, just the woman that I was at that, or the girl really at that point that I was, and just not feeling aligned to it anymore. And I've just been like everything around me, I want it to reflect me as a person, as where I'm going, not where I was, because I'm not this sad girl anymore, you know what I mean? I'm not depressed. I'm not fighting for my life. I mean, I am fighting for my life, but not like in a way that it's just like has to be on that type of time, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to share content that is like old, you know? Like, I feel like I was definitely trying to, you know, kind of help people understand me as a person, but I don't think it was doing that. I think I was getting a lot of like, it was relating to people, but not in a way that empowered them, which was my goal. And it was more so like, yeah, we're sad, we can be sad together, and like trauma bonding. And that's just not what I'm trying to do or accomplish. I want to show girls that at the end of the day, whatever you put your effort into, whatever you say you want, you can have it. And the only way to do that is to do the actual work. And I think I've come to a point in my life where I am doing that work, and it's paying off for me. And I think that for me is going to show more to other people than I think telling you guys where I've been will. You know what I mean? You know now that those are things that I went through, right? But now you get to see me grow. You get to see me thrive and love and make, you know, money moves and you know, represent myself well, be a good mother, because I'm not stuck in those feelings of, well, this was what happened to me as a child and I, you know, am healing and stuff like that, which, you know, healing is a long-term thing. And like I said in those videos, it's not something that is just one and done, over with, just because you want it to be over with. Like, no, it definitely still shows up, but I think being aware of it is more so just about checking in with yourself, knowing when you're doing something that is aligned with where you're going versus when you're doing something that is a cycle from where you've been, in order to grow. And that's just where I'm at with it right now. So yeah, I'm gonna share more of me having fun. I'm gonna share more of me having a beautiful love life with my girlfriend. I'm gonna share more about being an awesome mom, because I am. I'm gonna share more about winning in my career, doing amazing things that I'm really proud of, and growing in that. Like, I'm not perfect, and you know, there may be times where I am vulnerable, but I don't want that to be the main thing, because I think when you see other people's miserable or sad, you just make it okay for you to be miserable and sad, and that is not the message at all. At all. Okay, the message is get your shit together, focus on yourself so that you can be an amazing person to the people that you love and to the people who love you. And that takes a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of care, a lot of healing, and you can't do that by being stuck in the stories that you've told yourself a million fucking times. Like, and what really did it for me is, like, when people ask me what I did, it's like, oh yeah, I make content about being in foster care, or, you know, used to be in foster care. I made content about healing. And I feel like that's such an intimate thing for me that I personally, like, matters to me. But putting it out and not being like a psychologist or anything like that, it just didn't make sense for, you know, what I really, really wanted to do. Like, of course, I'll still share mindset tips and things like that if, you know, that helps people and you have real questions. But I think it's so much more entertaining just to see a woman, especially a woman of color, win. Like, just to see her do something that you maybe thought that you couldn't, or doing something that just makes it more real that it is possible, like I think that's so much more powerful than telling you sob stories or telling you things that happened to me that made me sad. You know what I mean? Of course, processing it is important, but I feel like I've done that all on my own already, and I don't need to share that with you guys in order to process it more, although processing it did kind of help, like, move past it, because it's like, okay, you guys understand now that this is something that I've been dealing with, and you know, for some people it was just like, oh wow, I didn't know that that was something that you were going through, and for other people it was like, I've been through something similar, and then they had questions, and I'm like, you know, I'll still answer those questions, but we got a lot more work to do than to worry about how shitty people make us feel, because at the end of the day, shitty people are gonna be shitty people, and I'm not about to like make my whole life about those shitty people, you know what I mean? So that's just where I'm at with that. That was LA Girl Concealer. Honestly, I need to update all my makeup. I'm very acne prone, so I try not to wear too much makeup. Honestly, I'm going to fix this eyebrow because this hair is like long as hell. Like, dude, I really want to cut her off because I have curly hair, but when she gets long enough, she's just in the way. Like, girl, I got something for y'all. Let me see. It's gonna work though. And then I'm gonna refill it because, child, I done wiped it all off. Also, I think, like I was saying earlier, like just working on my content and stuff like that. A lot of people don't know this, but I have a deep love for helping small businesses owned by people of color specifically, but it's open to, you know, whoever is down. But I have a very deep love for just helping them realize their dreams when it comes down to business. I'm also very business driven. I love business. I've always been super excited about business. I think if you've been following me since Bad Joy days or even before then, you know, like that's, I'm definitely into business, and something about it is just super exciting for me. I love the thrill of it. I love trying new things, seeing what works, what doesn't work, and I'm ready to clip this eyebrow off. So, you know, now I'm kind of in the process of creating my own business to do creative services for those small businesses, like making commercials, like making music videos, because I consider musicians small businesses as well. You're just basically freelancers, independent contractors, sole proprietorships, LLCs, helping them create a social media presence and a real life presence that is authentic, creative, and quality, especially in the Hampton Roads area. So I've been doing that for a couple years now. I think I did take a break from it where I just was like, you know what, this isn't really worth it because I wasn't properly set up. But now I'm like, I could definitely do this and make it worth my while. I'm also in the process of possibly getting a contract from a very notable company out here in Hampton Roads. So those are things that like I'm working towards, but ultimately, like for Sharon Slade's that account, my personal account, I kind of just want it to be, and it's been for a while, a community, but it's just like I want to create content that relates to them, relates to you guys a lot more, for where we're headed if we're on the same wavelength, and as we should be, because I'm not in the business of attracting who's not. So that's just been my priority. My entrepreneur girlies, or just the girlies who want more out of life, because that's very much how I am. building basically a portfolio of, you know, brands that I've worked with, collaborating, and still just like trying to work more in like the fashion beauty space. I feel like that's kind of my jam. It's kind of what I'm known for. Bad Joy Customs, like people know me from that, and a lot of my followers know me from that and have joined me because of that. So I'm getting back to the fashion, which I'm excited about because I had kind of fell out of love with fashion through working with doing my business, Bad Joy Customs, because it was just so much work. I was sewing and trying to do admin, and like I was literally doing it all by myself. I have a way different understanding of what business is like now, and I'm just in the process of just making it better than ever. But when it comes down to like the fashion content, I just want it to be really high quality, and I'm just kind of over just making videos in my bedroom and just like kind of putting it wherever and just hoping it. Like I'm going in with strategy, all this stuff that I've been literally doing for other businesses, and now I'm gonna just do it for myself, which is really exciting, and that's kind of like step one before I start kind of adding a whole lot of like other business like content. But yeah, the main thing for me is just creating content that I actually am proud to share with other people, making it quality, making it creative, and with my authentic voice, and doing that for myself first, and then going to help other people do the same. And then on top of that, with real estate, using just like these connections to make an even more like impactful and different type of experience. Like I'm so excited, and there's just so much more. Like that's not even like all of everything that I want to do. So I'm just really excited for where I'm headed, and I'm excited for you guys to join me and to be a part of this, because like we're gonna do it. We don't have really a choice, you know? So yeah, back to, so now I have my basic face. I hope it's blended all the way around, because sometimes I'll be missing spots. Can't do that, can't do that. But yeah, I like this. So yeah, now we're getting into the CoverGirl products, and this is the first one. I'm going to kind of do this off, or maybe I'm gonna try my best, y'all. It's a tight line, so I'm not trying to make it too dramatic. It's applying really well. I thought I was gonna have to like rub it 1,000 times. Is it giving drama? It is a little bit. It is very micro, which I like, because sometimes I'll do like a eyeliner and it just gets like way too big, and my eyes, like I like a good, like I like to define my eyes, but I don't want them to be like taken over by liner. So this is really nice, and I'm probably not doing this right, because I probably should have pause. They gave me an eyeliner stick, or a eye color stick. Let's use that one first. Let's swatch it. Ooh, kind of shiny. Can you see her? I like that. It's like kind of pinky. It's kind of highlighted too, and it definitely gives like highlighter more so than anything. I'm gonna go ahead and just use this for under my eyebrow, which is a little bit pink. Does it look nice? You know, this is cute. This is cute. I'm kind of like, yeah, I think I like this more as a highlight, but it is definitely like an iridescent pink. So I'm not too fond of this, but I'm sure it will come in handy at some point. It's just not doing that for me today. I'm really excited about this mascara, y'all. I don't think you understand. Like that's probably the product I'm most excited for. I'm going to blend this out. Hopefully it blends out like I want. Oh yeah, that looks good. I like that. I'm also gonna take a little brown right here in this. This is so old, y'all. Like, I need more makeup so bad. Good quality stuff. I can't. Alright. I like that even more with the brown. Oh, yeah. Ooh, you see how that makes the eye pop? Like, I really like that. Am I a makeup artist? No. But I know how to blend, which I think definitely helps. Kind of giving pirate. Just a smidge. And that's okay. Okay, now it's time for this mascara. I don't know, that pink, I gotta wipe that off, because I don't like that. It might be just with this look per se, but it looked really nice with just like the concealer on top, and then I looked in the corner and it was kind of like a blurred black and pink action, and I just couldn't do it. Bruh. That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna let that dry and then I'll re-apply, but I like just like this black look. I'm still gonna put this mascara on because I'm too excited to wait. Okay, I love this packaging. It's like, this is cute. Like, this might be, if it's good, let's see. Oh, and I like the brush, the applicator. That's nice. Okay, this is nice. I have really long lashes, and this is doing it, honey. This is doing it. It's getting my lashes. It feels like it's getting every lash. I can see every lash, and it's like not hitting like my skin. It's like really focused on just the lashes, and then it has like that little bulbier type of look on the edge. Ooh, I like that. And it has like a little lock when you know. I cover girl. I like this. I like that. That was cute. And it's like a brownish kind of color, so it's not black. And I like that too because it can look more natural and less harsh. Yo, my lashes are going ham right now. It's taking it, honey. All right, so the last thing that they gave me was this Yummy Gloss. Like I told you guys earlier, I've already used this and I loved it. I'm gonna use a lip liner because I just want an extra little zoom, little zhuzh, as some would say. I'm gonna go in with this kind of nudie color from a whole different brand. And you see what I'm talking about? Like, you don't have, this is not sharpened, bro. This is not good. But I'm gonna try my best because at this point, oh, I had to use it at an angle. Because I feel like it's kind of similar to that color. My lip gloss one. Look how yummy. Literally, it says Yummy Gloss. It is definitely giving yummy. Yummy indeed. And I love the applicator. It's nice and thick for these full luscious lips. Like I'm sorry cover girl. Oh my god, I'm sorry. All right, this, and like, by the way, this is not sponsored. I just received some products from them. I'm using them and sharing with you guys, reviewing them, and I wanted to talk to my girls. Like, I love this. She is very simple today. My outfit is not giving. Give me a second. I forgot what I was even supposed to be doing, y'all. I got distracted. All right, so also I wanted to tell you guys about finishing my real estate course, which I'm super proud about. It's 60 hours. I've been doing it since July, and I just finished, and I still have to take the state exam to be officially licensed, but you know, the season of growth is growing, and so I'm excited for what the future holds. I've been spending a lot of time alone, just doing that and just being a little bit more focused on myself and the type of legacy that I want to leave behind and the type of things I want to create so that I can leave that behind. I know everyone doesn't want to be thinking about death, and I'm not like planning to die anytime soon, but at the end of the day, like, nothing is promised, and I just really want to be intentional about what I'm doing. So I've been just spending a lot of time in my own little element, trying to figure out what that looks like for me, how I can make it happen, what kind of things I need to do in order to make it happen. And so I've been spending a lot of time alone. I think the next video that I make is probably gonna be something like that, like how to be alone, because I feel like it's such a experience to have when you are young, to really get to know who you are, what you want out of life, what you're willing to do to get it, and also just believing in yourself and reconnecting with yourself in order to make it happen. So those are things that, you know, I'm really excited to share with you guys. Like I said, I'm falling back in love with fashion. Content that I'm going to be making for Instagram specifically is going to feel and look a little bit different. Right now I'm really just like playing at home in makeup, but that I'm really trying to take a little bit more seriously. And hold on, I gotta do my hair. I have so much in store for you guys when it comes down to like just creation and these collaborations, content that I think you're gonna be really excited to see, but also maybe a little shocked that I've pulled off. And you know, I'm just really excited to where we're going, and I hope that you guys are excited too. And there's just so much that is happening at one time. I feel like I talked about everything that was on my list, but something that I kind of really wanted to make sure that you guys understood is that fear is a liar. The moments that you take to be weary and worried and frozen in fear is just keeping you from actually getting there. And the sooner that you get over that part is when I really think that things start to align and it falls into place. But your actions, your feelings, your thoughts, your belief, they all have to align with that. And the moment that you take control over what that looks like for you and what you believe you can do, and then actually putting in work towards those things, I'm almost certain that that's when stuff just starts happening. So if you're one of those people who are just like super anxious, super worried about like what ifs, and failing is super scary and it's keeping you frozen because you're so scared, I would really take some time to evaluate what it would take for you to believe in yourself, for you to take the chance on yourself, to bet on yourself, what's stopping you from feeling that way, and attack it, because there's so much life to be lived. There's so much opportunity, and I feel like there are a lot of people out here right now who are suffering, who do not have the resources, who do not have, and I feel like a lot of us don't have the resources, but I feel like your time and your effort are resources. The people that you surround yourself with are resources. The things, your place, your car, your job, those are all resources to get you closer to where you want to go if you really want to go there. And I'm driven by that. I know everybody is not driven by the same things, but I hope that if you are someone who's, you know, encouraged, that you take that seriously and then you do something about it, because life is not promised, death is. And you know, you can waste a lot of time being scared. That's just not necessary, especially when you have faith and you believe in yourself, because at the end of the day, if all shit fails, you're still gonna be the person who gets through it. You're still gonna be the person who figures it out. And the moment that you realize that and you truly believe that, I think you'll shock yourself, and I think you'll really see a big difference in all that you're trying to achieve. So that's my little 2 cents. Whether or not it makes sense to everyone is really not my responsibility. However, you know, I get it. I don't like how pink this is. I'm sorry, y'all. I got distracted. As far as taking pictures today, I'm probably just gonna do some planning. Probably just gonna do some picking out of outfits, getting ready for some shoots. I actually have a photo shoot this weekend that I'm really excited about sharing with you guys. It's gonna be a shoot that kind of like branding for like upcoming like promotional stuff when it comes down to real estate, when it comes down to marketing. And it's like a branding shoot. It's literally a branding shoot that I have put together, and I'm just so excited to share with you guys when it is done. I know the photographer is going to kill it. Also, my girlfriend is performing this weekend, which she's performed before, but I've never seen her perform, and so I'm going to record content for that as well, which I don't know, like, I don't know. A lot of people, I've never seen a couple win like that, like, especially gay. So I'm really excited just to share even more about, like, us, and not even about us, but just, like, more of our work and the type of vibes that we be having, because we be having a ball. Like, I am very happy. Like I said, this was not a sponsored post. This was not a collaboration between me and CoverGirl, although I am hoping, you know, one of these days we can get together. But either way, I know I am in divine timing. Everything's working out for me because I'm doing what I need to do. Everything that I can't control, I've controlled. So at the end of the day, I'm proud of you. But anyways, yeah, even with them sitting that, I was just like very, like, it was very validating for me, because I'm like, I've already imagined this life, and now I'm being kind of like recognized by a brand that I've seen growing up and excites me, because I think they are forward thinkers over there. And it's just like, that was just something that I really needed at that time, because I even sent a note and it was just like, that's so nice. Like, for context as well, I had applied to be a cover girl through their TikTok because they were doing like a competition, and they said, hi there, thank you so much for entering the very first Be a Cover Girl contest. Although you didn't win this time, we genuinely love your effort and enthusiasm and encourage you to continue to pursue your dreams and ambitions with confidence and authenticity, which I will do. Enjoy this small token of our appreciation, and be sure to tag CoverGirl if you share anything on social. Stay easy, breezy, beautiful. XOXO CoverGirl. I was like, oh, I'm official tissue. I am in there, okay? But yeah, it was just everything that I needed at that point in time. It was a couple days ago, but I was just like, oh, I can really do this. And it just makes me want to go harder. That, along with you guys supporting and being so positive when I share things, so thoughtful. A lot of you guys have been sharing like my content, and even just showing up like on my YouTube, which is fairly new. But I appreciate it so much. I want that to be known that this journey, I know it's small right now, but I know that it's going to grow, and it's because of you guys, like it always is when it comes down to influencers. I wouldn't consider myself an influencer. I would say more so like a content creator. This is just one aspect of that today, but I really hope to create more creative type of like rude content for you guys to see and be excited by and inspired by. So yeah, I love you guys as always, and I will see you next video. Bye.